BTPC, board smoking pipe chick. It's Sunday. I think it's January 25th, 26th. One, two. Go look at the calendar, figure it out. Been kind of a lazy Sunday. Took a walk with my wife. Enjoyed vegetable soup and medium salad. That was lunch. Dinners here lately have been a mixture of salad with beans and hummus, which is chickpeas or garbanzo beans, depends on where you're from. Roasted red peppers, jalapenos, spinach, romaine lettuce, bunches of tomatoes, red onions. Mushrooms. Don't seem like I ever get tired of that. Of course, when I grew up, pinto beans and fried taters, that was main staples. Potatoes were cheap, beans are cheap. So I still love beans. So you start adding them to things, I really dig into it. A lot of pecani sauce spices used. I don't get tired of those big salads like that. When I say big, though, I got a bowl that big around. I mean, it's a big serving bowl. Walk away full and satisfied. Usually followed by a fruit of some kind for dessert. Oranges, bananas, grapes, strawberries, blueberries, whatever I got handy. And one vitamin B12 tablet. My wife says I must eat it, must take it. Oh well. I gotta have it because that's the one thing you can't get out of a bunch of vegetables, I guess. Oh boy at work was talking to me and he goes, aren't you, how you feel about turning vegan? I said, I'm not vegan. I'll still eat a boiled egg. I'll still eat a baked piece of salmon. Or salmon, depending on where you're from. He looked at me kind of sideways. I said, you don't get it. I said, I'm fighting that medicine, kicking and screaming. I've officially made it down to a quarter dose a day. Now, mind you, my original dosage was 20 milligrams in the morning, 20 milligrams at night, with a 12 milligram dose of water pill. And that, with the way I was eating, was barely keeping me within acceptable ranges of blood pressure. So I quit taking the afternoon pill. Went about a week on that. Noticed my blood pressure was still in the 116s. I was fighting the dizziness during the day. (116/75). Then I noticed I kept getting some readings every once in a while that was in the low 90s, over 50. So I took the half. Well, let's get this right. I backed down to one pill in the morning, and I got that. Then I started getting the readings a week later that were back down there again. So I took the one pill and I cut it in half. So now I'm to the point where I'm going to take the half and cut the half in half. So I went from 2 to 1, that was half. Went from 1 to half, so that was a quarter. And it looks real close, like we're going to cut the half in half, so that'll make it an eighth of what I originally was on. I am alternating between the one with the water pill and not on the half, so I can step it down. As long as it keeps going down, I'll keep cutting it in half. I'm hoping one day that I ain't got any half left to cut. And, well, we'll take that little piece every other day till that don't work. And then maybe we just won't take them no more. We'll see. As long as I'm feeling full and not dizzy and not tired all the time, we'll keep going. I don't like pills. Never did. Somewhere along the lines in 2013, roughly, 2014, they diagnosed me with high blood pressure when I was in the emergency room for something else. My blood pressure at that time was 210/134. They looked at me and asked me, how in the world are you walking? Didn't have an answer for them. I just don't know when to lay down. Oh, wow, some of my last videos have been all about this, but it's what's on my mind right now. Sure lends a lot of weight to the thought to let thy food be thy medicine. I know that's a quote from a scientist or a writer from the early 1900s. Maybe before that, I'm not quite sure. Heard it repeated. Been reading a book by Dr. Greger. He does a lot of research on studies that have been performed by other doctors and scientists throughout the years, actually. And they seem to have known many, many years before I was born that our diet was killing us. We were eating ourselves into sickness. Those those of you that follow and read the good book, it warns about gluttony. Graybo freehand smooth, no Joe Krantz. Just finished the bowl of Byzantium. Oh, the insanity. Hadn't had some of it in a while. Still treat myself to a pipe. Don't smoke near as much as I used to. Still love it. Wife used to razz me and tell me that smoking is not a hobby. I'd tell her, well, smoking a pipe is. Seen where, of course, I've done that VR last video for curmudgeon. Just got through watching Tom's video where he's reading stories about the curve of time. Northwest Piper, if you don't know him. Might want to get up and subscribe to him or listen to his videos. Always find him interesting. Yeah, I thought I'd get on, share a pipe with you. Figure I'll probably shoot this one out on Monday when you see it. I don't know, I may shoot it out tonight. Oh. Broke into the 220s. Seen 229.0 this morning. Weight wise. Certainly can't complain about that. Lighter on my feet. Gonna have to go out and buy some new clothes though. Smaller clothes. Getting ready to have the uniform company at work bring me a different set. Pretty good stuff. Found out that I like Earl Grey tea. Didn't used to like it much. Wish I was heavy into coffee. Also had to water down my coffee. Once you cut back on sugars and oils, things taste a whole lot different. Good thing of it is it makes the coffee last longer. Looks like we'll be building quite a few more garden beds this year. Think I'll make some videos on that for you. If any of you are interested. We used to make a lot of gardening videos back in the day. We were really into the homesteading community. Always believed in the self-reliance stuff anyway. Don't count on the grocery store or anybody else if you don't have to. Not saying they're a bad thing. They're a good thing. It's just if you don't have to, don't. I always thought tomatoes tasted better grown at home anyway. Of course, that's how I grew up. We grew a lot of our own stuff. Canned a lot. We'd realized what that canning salt done to us. We probably figured out a different way to do that. Later on, though, in life, Dad managed to buy a big chest freezer. We done a lot of freezing. He had a seal mill, vacuum sealed for food storage. I think Seal Mill's a brand. Saved our backsides quite a few times. Money was tight. You didn't go hungry then, you had food. My dad had a car accident when I was like 2, maybe 1. And he was disabled he was disabled all the rest of his life pretty much, but he tried to work. Had some hard times. Never stopped him. He kept going, kept trying. Hold down a normal job though. He didn't get around well enough for him. But he was an electrician, so he contracted out. He made the ends meet, hammered it out. Well, YTPC made it to the end of the pipe. I hope you did too. Y'all be safe out there. Look forward to signing out.